Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the BlackPearl Attacks. Today we are going to continue our Town Hall 10 series and talk a little bit about Loonian raids. Loonian raids will run you anywhere from 200 to 350,000 elixir, depending on how many loons you use and how many spells you use. Loons are anywhere from 24 to 32 loons, anywhere from 30 to 40 minions. You always want at least one hog or one giant, a few wall breakers, and some archers. Now the purpose of the hog is to draw the clan castle. Now if you fail to draw the clan castle in a Loonian raid, it's good chance it's going to fail if there's dragons or wizards in there. A clan castle has a 1, 2, 3 tile radius, and so here you can see if you drop a hog on that, it'll activate the clan castle if there is one. If there's not one, then you can go on ahead and start your raid. Now when you look at the base scouting wise, usually there is some objective, either it's a town hall or it's dark elixir. Loonian raids are good for farming dark elixir because if used properly, you can get into the center of the base at dark elixir. If you don't use it properly, you're not going to get in there, and you're going to find your loons wandering around and not getting anywhere fast. And so we're going to try to teach you guys how to do this properly to try to get in there and get that dark. When you've got like 5,000 dark, that's definitely a base that you want to raid and see how much dark elixir you can get. Now the problem with this base is a lot of the dark is going to be in these drills, and then a lot of it there, and then a portion is going to be in the town hall after the update. And so you have to figure out exactly how you're going to get in there. Now, like we talked about, the first thing you want to do is here. If there's no clan castle, then you can start the raid. Now with loons, you want to take on the infernos one at a time. You don't want to take them both on at the same time. If you take them both on at the same time, the expos will kill your loons. The infernos will kill your loons. There's just too many streams that will target your loons, and they'll go down too quickly. Loons is not a 2-star strategy. Loons is often just a 1-star strategy. If you can pick up that 2nd star, that's great. If you can't, then now looking at it like this, you don't want to come in this way, you won't get the dark. You don't want to come in this way because you won't get the dark, and you don't want to come in this way because you won't get the dark. If you come in this, you're going to face both infernos. If you come in this way, you're going to face both infernos. If you come in this way, it's too far to get to the dark, and so you're not going to make it. And so the best way to come into this base is going to be in this direction. You're only facing that inferno, and you've got those defense, and really one wizard tower kind of dealing with. And if you can get to this part of the base, then that's a good loon raid. So you're taking out 50% of the base is really your goal in any Loonian raid. Now there are 2 types of loon raids. One is surgical loons, where you'll drop maybe 2 loons for an archer tower, 1 loon for a cannon, 2 loons for a wizard tower, 6 loons for a fence, etc. You can actually count the loons for surgical raids. But in this instance, what we're going to do is a spam raid. And a spam raid, you're going to drop the balloons in a line, and then you're going to hope that they path in the right direction. Now, if you drop them in a line here, these guys will start moving towards those defenses, and these guys will start moving towards those defenses. Now as they start moving, you make sure that you're going to drop a rage in this area and a rage in this area to accelerate them, and your 3rd rage is going to go into that area. Now at the same time, you're going to want to drop some free spells. Alright, you can freeze those, those 2. You're going to want to those guys. Alright, and while all that's going on, you want to try to get your wall breakers in, and and your heroes in. That way you're going to secure the dark. Now you don't always have to drop those wall breakers and heroes in. Sometimes you want to save those to pick up your 50% on some of these structures out here. But in this instance, since the dark is so far back, I think it's a good idea to drop those heroes in a little bit early. So let's kind of watch this raid and talk about it. So there goes the hog. The hog draws the clan castle. Now, after the clan castle, there is no clan troops, and so you can start the balloon raid now. Now the balloon raid is going to start with a long line of balloons like we mentioned. Balloon raids go fairly quickly. So you have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to do a raid. And notice how the balloons come from the outside in, and then you drop a couple more in the middle. Now notice how they're clumping towards those defenses, and here comes the 2 rage spells. And the 3rd rage spell is going to go into the middle to try to keep everything accelerated. And here comes the structures that we talked about earlier, and here comes the dragon to try to get that dark. So as you can see that the Loonian does a pretty good job of clearing that outside part of the base. And that dark is gone now. The minions were able to get it. And the queen targets the town hall. And in this instance, you're going to see a 2-star attack that is wrapping up. And see how quickly that went. That entire raid, after you dropped the hog, took around 1 minute. Loonians are very fast raids, so you want to make sure you take the time to scout the base to make sure that you can move into that base and get the dark elixir. And hopefully you've learned a little bit about Loonian. I think the Loonian is one of the most effective raids to pick up dark elixir at Town Hall 10. It uses very little dark elixir, and it uses a reasonable amount of elixir. So if you're farming in champions, your bonus is around 200,000. So that bonus generally covers your and so pick up an extra 75 to 100,000 elixir. It pays for the raid, and you make a little bit of loot with it. And so again, this is a great Town Hall 10 farming strategy. You can farm heroes. You can farm access with this strategy. And so that's the Loonian raid. Hope you learned a little bit. And until we see you next time, make every revenge count. We'll see you later.